Good morning, guys. So today is our fourth session of Samta Vipasana weekend retreat. Today is a Sunday. Oh, I meant this is the fourth retreat that we are having, not the session of Samata Vipasana retreat. And our schedule is from 9 a.m. we start the first session, that is the introduction to Sunya, and then we'll be having practice. Then 10 a.m. session 2, gateway to self-awareness and practice. And 11 a.m. we have session 3, a sense of diamond sutra and practice. And today's session 4 is a special session as we have a guest lecturer coming in, and the topic is very interesting, haha therapy.
We have a recap of what happened yesterday, a little bit until sir comes. So you can let them know that Rajesh is a bit busy.
Yeah, but before that I'll introduce my team.
Yeah.
So my team, Amukta is here, our psychologist, then Rucha ma'am, uh, then we have Dhruv and Ajay behind the cameras today. So yesterday in first session, Dr. Rajesh Savera introduced what is Sunya, and Sunya is the art of stillness, which we do over here. Mera ho gaya. And then he told us that stability is our ability. So to get yourself in stable position, we have to do dhyana, and dhyana is sunya. So vipassana is samatha is the balance, and vipassana is the stability we have. And we have Dr. Rajesh Savera. You are saving me today.
I'm there.
Thank you. Mike.
Morning.
First session.
Okay.
Introduction to sunya.
Okay, so we continue with our first session. That's the introduction to Shunya. So today we were doing a nice session right now. It was all about understanding what Bodh, realization Buddha had under that tree. So the Bodhi tree is very, very auspicious when it comes up to Buddha's and Buddha's understanding about life. And he said that this tree was instrumental in him getting the realization of what is life and why there is suffering and how you can get out of the suffering. So when you look at it, the ultimate aim of our life is to experience this life in its fullest and not get troubled by the challenges of it, but facing the challenges and fulfilling those challenges so that you could achieve that kind of peace and prosperity that you're looking at. Because at the end, if you become prosperous and there is no peace, then it makes no sense. And when it is like you have peace, which is not possible without prosperity, but even if you're thinking you have peace and there is no prosperity, then the life struggle will still continue. So definitely it's all about finding that middle state of mind where it does not get shaken by the circumstances, but is able to manage the circumstances of life. And that's what Shunya is. Shunya is about seeing that we can achieve that state. And this state has to be achieved through conditioning, because this samsara is born from sanskara. And it's through conditions we can change our conditions. So you need somebody to condition you. Okay, you always need something. The shoe needs the cloth to polish it, or the brush, right? The hair needs a comb to become organized. Everything needs something in a particular condition to make it of that condition. An orderly comb makes all the disheveled hair orderly again. And same is this particular skill sets that you acquire is acquired through discipline, so that that discipline becomes your nature, and then with that nature you engage with the world. So Shunya basically is that state of mind. People usually relate Shunya as zero. Okay, but isn't that zero the most important thing? When you're standing on a weighing scale, don't you want the weighing scale first to show zero and then you stand on it, right?
Yeah.
If it shows already 10, then will you stand on it?
No.
No. You say, no, first correct this. If you go to fill petrol or diesel, if that meter there doesn't show zero, then You'll say, hey, please change that, right? Same is with your weighing scale, say everything in life. So why doesn't it happen that when we do something in life, when we take decisions in life, when we when we take decisions in life and we do activities in life, why can't we strike that zero-ness, and that neutral point from which life starts, becoming easy, transparent, and we are able to. Okay, this is it. Okay, so today, I got introduced to the concept. It was something that has inspired me, and I see a newness in it every day. Because one can use the zero in different things, can create a huge number system. And then zero, two and zero, three and zero, and zero can be so instrumental. So that state where you can become neutral, unaffected, because things will affect you. Everything keeps a footprint in your life. Okay, your feelings, your experiences, they all leave footprints in your life, and then we walk on those footprints again and again and again. Because it's very simple, you're walking through a jungle and you see a path, and you see that path, you walk on that path because you believe that somebody walked on it. You have a path that is already made, so it's more safer. You believe that even if that path is leading to hell, you believe that 10 or 100 of people have already gone there, so that is much safer, right? You don't take the another path, you don't create a new path. So it's very difficult for us to start to do something new which has not been done by others. So we don't have that revolutionary mind, and hence, if you look at it, creativity is very difficult if you don't break those old paths. And unless and until you strike zero in your mind, you will not be able to do that. And that's exactly what Shunya is. So Shunya is that state of mind where you can stay neutral, you can be neutral and see things neutrally, so that you can then be able to do something that is right and apt for the time, for the situation, for the circumstances, for the person, whatever it is. You can do something apt. And if you can bring your mind to that state, in that nowness, okay, then you are actually able to do something that is relevant for that particular time. Otherwise, we are here and now, but we are behaving as if we are there and then. And then our behavior is more to do with past trauma, past experiences, past expectations and everything. Because our mind wanders into the past, it also starts hoping for the future.
Yeah.
So one is what we got, the past, because of which we are attached to that. So you are always attached to the past, and because you are attached to the past, you have expectations of the future. So people tell us, let go, let go, let go. Let go of what? Are you telling me to let go of expectations, which is not possible if you still have the attachments to the past?
So before, I just remembered the story you shared once of the man and the tree and the snake and the birds. So the story goes कि when you are standing, okay, you are standing here and तुम्हारे सामने एक tree है. There is this tree and there is nest birds का, and you see a snake coming there, okay, and because of your past experience, now you get panicked कि अब ये snake उस nest में जो birds है उनको खा जाएगा. So you panic and you start seeing for something to throw at the snake, so the snake goes away. But you panic so much because of the past experience, you do take a stone, you throw at the nest as well, and as well the snake. So you kill the snake and you also end up killing the bird itself because of your past worries. But instead, what if you just waited there and you just wait and see कि अब ये bird, maybe ये snake खुद ही चला जाएगा. Because you had something on your past experience, you act like that in your future. So instead, let's just be present in now and just observe the things pass by.
But that skill of observing is the most difficult thing. See, when you look at a game of cricket, there are two parties playing. A country like, suppose India is playing against Australia. So these two players are playing against each other. But there is this guy, the umpire, who is neutral. His job is to observe. What he has to observe, that the game is played according to the agreed law, rules and regulation. Okay, this is one time of observation, that is the observation of the law and the dharma. But there are others who are also observing, and these numbers are huge. The spectators, now they are also observing, but they are biased. They want India to win. So they yell and shout and do everything and inspire the one who are going to compete, telling them to win. So they are already biased. They are also observers. The others from the other team, they are supporting the other team, right? The Australians and the Indians and all. And you have the stadium making all the noise. And the umpires, are they making noise? They are just watching, undisturbed. So that, because if they start becoming biased, the game has changed, right? So what is it that faculty of ours that can be a part of the system which observes things without being biased? That is what Shunya is. Okay, not when people talk about observing, so observe your feeling. If you feel good, then you should be trying to do good. Then that is like, if you're supporting India, then yell and cheer up India. You know, there are people like that who teach you all, oh, if you're doing this, you know, then we don't want that. We want this from life. We only want to be goody, because goodness is what we support, not the badness. And suddenly you bifurcate your teams, you know, and then you have an opponent and you have the supportant. And the supporting team is where you suddenly start getting attached to. And then you repel the others. And this kind of observation is not an observation. That's a wrong observation.
But there's this conditioning that has happened, right from when we were kids. We have been told this is good, that is bad, this is right, this is wrong. So वो सब कैसे छोड़ दे अब?
You have to choose your profession. Either a spectator who has to pay the money to watch the match, or become the umpire who gets paid for passing the law, judgment, right or wrong, right? And who is the best one who is watching the game most closely?
Empire.
So when you want to watch this game of life closely, let's be an umpire. We'll be paid well, I'm telling you. And that's exactly what we tell when we talk about Vipasana. And this Vipasana, you will see an umpire is not running around. He will say, he will first stand, he will stand still, he'll do their attention. But do you know, he's looking at the batsman and the way he's taken the stance. He also knows the bowler is coming. He controls even the bowler with his hand. He passes everything without saying a single word. He lets even the scoreboard fellow know what has happened. Whether the ball has gone to the 4, whether it's a 6, whether it's a no ball. He's watching everything. Where the foot of the bowler is falling, whether the ball has been within the pitch, so he is seeing everything. And yet he just communicates without saying anything. And that's exactly what I'm saying is Vipasana. But that is born with stillness. If he keeps on moving, finish. The game is over, right? So that kind of a stillness that I'm talking about. Now, if you get fixed, oh, is that so? Okay, maybe that's how an umpire should be, that I should be sitting in one place and I should be observing. And then I change the game. Then I say, how about football? Now, the umpire, the referee, we call them in football, he's running continuously. He's running with whom but? Not with the players. He's running with the ball. Wherever the ball is, he's going. If it's going on to the opponent side, he's going there. If it's coming this side, he's continuous. So again, his stability is around one thing. So when I talk about focus, I talk about attention, I talk about stability, I'm talking about you observing, the observer, and then we take an object. Because in cricket, it was the stumps that are fixed, the batsmen that are fixed, and the ball moving here and there. But in football, it is the ball which is basically fixed where his attention, and he keeps on moving everywhere. Same is in this practice of Shunya. We talk about the breath, and we keep ourselves with the breath, observe the breath, and reverse count ourselves. And then we have to move from the spectator mindset, which was biased, to the mindset of the closest observer, that is the referee or the umpire. And if you can reach that, and you can watch the game very, very closely, without choosing sides of this being good, or this being bad, or this being my, and this is being theirs, okay, or you can say this is beneficial, this is not beneficial, all that goes away, and you be a neutral judge of seeing things as it is. And that's exactly what Shunya is. And if you could tap into that potential of yours, which is there, right? Because the players who play cricket, the one who is observing the game is also of the same kind. They are not different. So we also have the potential of observing these little things that happen in our life, observing it closely so that we can make sure that they are within the law. Now, what is the law? The law says that I shall not harm. I shall not take something that does not belong to me. I shall not disrupt the harmony of the society. I shall not make false claims. I shall not intoxicate myself. I think that's good as a game of a human being. I think that does apply to us as a human being, because if we are calling ourselves human, we should have some parameters in which we judge ourselves to be good humans.
Yeah.
And I think these Panchashil become the parameters where you can play the game. And if you can play the game within those parameters, you will be able to upgrade yourself into what you have already born. You're born as a human today, but you need to become a human in this life. Okay, just because you are anatomically and physiologically human doesn't make you mentally a human. That mental growth has to be done through certain set of rules. When you will see your physical state and your mental state both matching the human real, what we say is you have reached the highest pinnacle. We say the anuttara samyak sambodhi of a human being. Means you have reached the pinnacle of a human being. And if you can reach that pinnacle of human being, all the qualities of a good human being, the noble, the Arya, will be in you. And that's what the world adores. That's what the world respects. And it can be cultivated through a practice called Sunya, which is nothing but Samata and Vipasana. And if you, like yesterday we did, it was all about how do I become a better person. And I'm saying in this session that it's your Samata Vipasana begins with how do you make the world a better place. Like if you have a child, okay, you tell the child, you behave nicely, you do this, you do. That is one way of looking at it. The child has to do that. But on the other side, we say, can the environment help the child be a good person? Can the environment help the child? So he's studying. Can everybody shut down all the noise? Give him that little silence, give him that peace, So there are, I know mothers, when the child is going to appear for exam, the mother will be like the whole night, you want coffee, they are like protective gods, as if this child is going to do something wondrous, right? So they will be there providing for the child. They will provide everything for the child, saying that, okay, you do not move. You focus on what you have tomorrow at hand, and I will make all your arrangements. And I think that's exactly what I'm talking about, is when you want something right now, okay, so you sit and make sure the environment around is okay for you to achieve that little experience of peace, because once you taste that peace, that's the only thing that you will always wish for all your life. And once you have found it in one thing, I can assure you, you will find it in everything. That's how it is, So it's like this. If you can understand a joke, okay, and you can laugh on it, I assure you, you can understand jokes and you can laugh on jokes. It's like that, because you have that ability to understand jokes. But if I tell you a joke and you cannot laugh, I tell you another joke and you cannot laugh, then I have a problem. Even if I give you all the comedy movies, there will not be a single laughter on your face, because you have a problem. Right? So today, the world is all about, toughness and softness, the hardness and the smoothness, the you can say suffering and the joy. But we are missing out on it, only seeing suffering, and searching for the joy. But both come hand in hand. And so there are times you will suffer, but there are times you also experience joy. Like a person who goes to the gym, he suffers. For 1 hour he suffers, for 365 days he suffers, for 3 years he suffers. But when he removes his shirt in a competition and everybody whistle, he enjoys. Right or wrong? That's exactly what I'm saying, that you did not see the joy getting collected every moment. That is why you should look at nature, the bees, they say that the bees are so smart. When they see there is a problem in this area, the flowers are over and they are not going to have enough food and the queen bee needs to be moved. So one of the bees goes out searching for the best place. They go and survey the whole land. Oh, where are the flowers? Is it season time and everything, the safety and everything? Then one of them will actually stay there. the other will pass signals, and they keep on communicating the path. Can you imagine? There is no fixed path, only through communication. And then this bees, once the place is fixed, everything, the queen bee is just sitting. She doesn't know what is going to happen. Okay, she's just sitting, and the queen bee is taken to that safety place and is kept there. They abandon the whole hive. They leave it, the previous one, however big it is. They leave everything, okay, and they go into a new place. There they start from zero again, and they build the whole hive again. And then again, when everything is exhausted from there, move to another place. But they make sure that the queen bee is protected, but also make sure that the queen bee thrives in wherever it goes. And I think if you can understand yourself like that, that you can only do that when the world around you is good, when the world around you is peaceful, only then can you have peace. You cannot sit in peace when, there are snakes around you, and you have all the, you can say, roosters around you, nibbling at you, right? You cannot have all the pigs licking you. It doesn't work like that. You need to be at peace around you. So find peace in the society, and that peace comes from finding good company.
Yeah.
Your sangha is the most important thing. From your sangha will come the music that we call sangeet, the music of life. You will get that. And then you will know that your basic nature, your dharma is to dance, be joyful, right? That's your dharma. From the sangha comes the dharma. And from the dharma is born the Buddha, the one who is always in peace, never to be worried. Either he is enjoying or he is sitting. Either he is, dancing or sitting. He is never sitting and crying. You understand? Not weeping. So either peace or joyful. Peace or joyful. And I think that scale of being zero at that point, not going -1, -2, -3. Okay, stopping the scale at zero. Either 0, +1, +2, +3, +100, no problem. But back to zero is where it, not -1, -2, that is dangerous. Today, sadness, suffering, anxiety, worry are on this side of peace. They disturb your peace, right? But when you seek for a joy, you meet a friend, you get something fulfilled, you suddenly feel peace because it brings you closer to peace, right? So you feel, it satisfies your craving. So exactly, Shunya is that building that block of zero beyond which it doesn't go. So either you will sit and be quiet, or you'll be enjoying. That's it. But you'll never sit and cry or feel bored. So if there is nothing to do, you'll still do something.
So do you mean you will feel stressed, but you I don't understand this.
But you will feel you will decide.
Because stress वगैरह तो
आएगा, but that stress will hit you and become you stress, not distress.
Okay.
It doesn't cross border. It's like the river between the two banks which flows. Let it flow in whatever way it is, but it does not disturb anybody on the banks, right? Isn't that a beautiful river?
Yes.
Yeah. So exactly in our lives, our behavior, our nature, our everything within the parameters of our being. If everything is joyful or at peace, I think that's wonderful. And that will happen when you find people around you of that type. If you have good company, see, the flow of the water depends on conditions. You look at the water, the basic nature of water is that it wants to go smoothly. But what if there is a cliff? Then it falls. But yet when it falls, it is so beautiful. Yeah, it still goes beautifully. It creates all the noise, but in its difficulty, it's the most beautiful thing. See, the greatest challenges have brought the greatest quality of yours. People do the other way. In the greatest challenges, they become the weakest. No. It is the greatest challenges that should make you the strongest. So I think we should crave for challenges in life. We should crave for the toughness. We should ask for what is the next difficult task that is coming my way. Not asking where is the easy way out. Where should I run and sit? Where should I not do things? Because all that will take you off the track of contributing to society. And trust me, if you don't give anything to the society does not care for you, and your peace is lost. And
Like I always tell you कि you know when you actually एकदम rock bottom hit हो जाता है life में, that is when you start doing wonders in your life. And if I mean even for me, if I wouldn't hit that phase of my life, I wouldn't be here sitting and doing something. Like this is also that we are contributing to the society.
absolutely, absolutely. Your single spark
Yeah.
can light up a fire of peace in the society.
Yeah.
Learn that it is up to you and you only that you can contribute to the bigger cause. Don't see yourself as insignificant. I'm telling you, see yourself as being a part of that significance that's in you. And if you can see that, nothing like it. So the ultimate aim of Shunya is to have that state of mind where I have this block which doesn't let anything go beyond zero. Either zero or +1, +2, +3. That is why we say peace and prosperity. Never despair, never suffering. No. So you will know when this will happen. Either you will have something at this stage, okay, this type, or you will get more and more and more. So I have seen this. Okay, this happens to people. Once they practice Shunya, they are in that state. Okay, they never worry, never do. But maybe they will not get +1, +2, or but they're not sitting and crying. But because they are not sitting and crying, then what happens is the plus start coming in.
When this happened to me, I thought कि मैं numb हो गई
नहीं,
हूँ,
नहीं,
मुझे
नहीं,
कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा.
That is exactly what happens, because then for the first time you don't feel like sitting and crying. For the first time, if somebody leaves you, you don't care. For the first time, if somebody says for you, you don't have any feeling for that person or reaction. That's because the mind does not want to cross the zero and go to the minus.
And that's because you get clarity, and when you get clarity, you can think कि अब ये situation होगी तब मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ,
Absolutely.
या
So
क्या कर सकती
that's
हूँ.
exactly. So you're watching the game from the closest point. And when you watch the game from the closest point, you have all the right answers with you. Because the audience from there, when it is looking at the game, they are still dependent on the one who is closest to tell them what it is. So when we look at the life, we still don't know whether it is right or wrong. But when we sit down and look at those points again, and you observe them closely, you realize that the umpire for me, the referee within me is so perfect. The judge that has been listening to the debates of both the lawyers is been listening so well that when he's passing the judgment, it is always judicial. It is always in favor of the one who is right. You understood? And I think that's what matters, because they say that even if the 1,000 people, or everybody, I know there is a lawyer here, they will say that even if there are 1,000 criminals who are left loose, but not a single innocent should be punished. Right? Even that's the law. That means that even if there are so many bad things in me, if there is one good thing in me, that good thing in me should not be punished. And trust me, doesn't everybody have that little good thing in them? Everybody has. But we punish them. That little good thing gets the most punishment, while all the bad things that you do never get punished. But that little thing is tortured and troubled and is gone through himself. So Shunya basically protects that, the little good in you. Because for us, I don't know whether there is God or not God, but I definitely know there is good. And if good becomes our God and we worship that goodness, I think we will be able to bring that peace and prosperity.
So our session 1 is over. Now we'll do pre-Sunya exercises.
Yeah.
Amrita will tell us about the pre-Sunya exercises.
Okay.
And then we have a practice.
So this we give to Amukta? Come.
Yeah.
No, you
don't
continue.
give, I'll give.
Okay.
Take. Yeah, we stand for the first 2 exercises.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So the first one, I think majority of you here have done it before, but again, I'll be here to guide you through. So we open our legs shoulder level, shoulder length, and then make sure they're parallel. Sometimes we have the habit of, crossing them a little, forming a V because of our posture. But here we'll have to keep them parallel, make a 11 inside, and then bend your knees slightly. Bring both your arms to the front, and then we drop them like a pendulum. So we do this for 100 counts. Ready?
Yeah.
All set? Yeah. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. You don't stop, you let it go down slowly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So for the next one, we do the same. Our position will be the same. Legs wide apart, shoulder length, bend your knees a little. But this time you'll imagine as if you're holding a cotton ball, and when you breathe in, you lift your hands up. And when you breathe out, you put your hands down. We do this for 30 counts. Let's start. Breathe in. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. We'll be doing 2 more exercises. For that, we'll have to sit down. Make sure there is enough space. Yeah.
ठेव ना तिकडं खालीच बसायचं.
Yeah. So for the first one, we will keep our left leg open,
Right leg in.
right leg inside, your left hand on your right knee. And then open your right hand, and then with momentum, we go try and touch our toes. We'll do this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We switch our legs. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. For the next one, let's just sit cross-legged, keep both our palms in the front, and then we bend forward. We'll do this 10 times, okay? Start. 1, 2, come back straight, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now for the meditation part, over to Dr.
Okay.
Samta. Yeah.
So let's sit down. Now on your zafu. So we have 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay. So we do a 5-minute session. So understanding that there are four foundations that we practice on. First is the body. That's why we practiced a little body exercise. Then we practice on feelings. Okay. Then we practice on your thinking. That's your action. And then we practice on that feeling of me being there, the consciousness. Now what is our practice? Our practice is not doing anything on that. Is what is our practice. Okay. So these 4 things. So we do nothing with the body. We do nothing with the feeling, we do nothing with the thinking or the action, and we do nothing with the concept of I also. Okay, so this means that when I am telling you a process, you just follow that. So watch your breath, okay, going in and out, you don't take, so you are not there, but you are watching, like the umpire I told you, watching your breath go in and out, and you count 9 to 0. So we'll do this till she is going to ring the bell. So 9 to 0 we do, because everybody knows here, so I don't need to explain in detail again. We practice and we do the loop of 9 to 0, 9 to 0, 9 to 0 till the time she rings the bell. Okay, let's sit straight and practice.